All right, good morning, you guys. It is Saturday, January 19th. Welcome to our Tell the World Nations team Zoom call. So excited that you're on. If you are brand new to our team, we want to just welcome you. Can't wait to meet you either in person, at the meetings, or virtually. Please turn on your video and say hello. We love seeing all of your faces in the morning. It doesn't matter if you just rolled out of bed or if you're at a soccer game. We want to see your faces. So good morning. I just have a few announcements before we get started, and I'm going to pass it over to Sarah's going to share about our charity, and then we're going to do our top achievers. So first and foremost, you guys have probably seen that our marble cake is out. Our marble protein shake mix is out. It's actually, Arbonne's turning 39 on the 29th or 28th of this month of January, and our founder, his name is Peter Mork, his favorite cake was marble cake. And that's why we brought out this limited time protein shake mix. And it is super yummy. I think it actually tastes like marble cake, which is super weird, but also awesome, but it's not too sweet. It's just fantastic. Arbonne always does it up right. So you want to get that before it's gone. And then, of course, this month, amazing, we have reduced qualification or reduced requirements to promote to district manager. It only takes 3,500 QV to promote this month, and 1,000 of that has to be PQV. So almost half what it usually is. So make sure that if you are brand new, you are finishing district this month. If you are, a consultant in any time point in your journey, go district this month. New consultants that come into your business, they can finish this month with 3,500 as a new district manager and earn that extra 8% override, which makes such a difference as you grow. And yes, as Christy just said, if you can go district, you can go nation, because you just hit repeat and you teach others to do the exact same thing. So go for that. Do not miss out on that. We also have the birthday perks that are going on for now until forever. You get a free gift with your birthday in your birthday month with a 250 order. You can look at this stuff on the source or on our team page. We have consultant perks that's going to the end of the month, where you get the grab bag of 4 free essential oils with a 300 QV order. In each 300 QV orders, you can get as many of those as you want if you put in multiple orders in 300 QV increments. And then we also, of course, have our monthly incentives for top sponsor with Kendra Scott. We have Arbonne incentive trip. All of that stuff is up on our Tell the World Nations website. So be sure to check that out. So now your calendar, you have your calendar in front of you or your notes, make sure this is getting written down. GTC, our global training conference, is officially sold out. Oh my gosh, this is the quickest it's ever sold out. Not surprised. But the wait list is going to open on the 23rd. So if you did not get your tickets, or you have new consultants that have not gotten tickets, get on that wait list. You want to be there. You do not want to miss out. You don't want to miss Rachel Hollis. She's our keynote speaker. It's just going to be the most incredible 3 days ever. It's going to be in May. And again, that information is up on the website. Areas in Paradise is coming up. If you are an area manager, this is for you. If you are promoting to area manager, this is for you. It's going to be March 8th and 9th in Arizona. You guys, Donna Johnson's putting this on. It is a huge honor to be there. So if you are promoting to area, or you are an area manager, you've got to be that paid as area manager by March 1st in order to go. So make that your goal, you guys. This is our first year going, and it's going to be incredible. If you're local to North County, San Diego, make sure that you are checking out our page, watching for flyers for the experiences that we do every Tuesday night, whether a DA or a healthy happy hour. And then bring guests there. This is a huge vision painter, and just great time to socialize and share the Arbonne family and culture, again, as an experience, but they're getting the full story of the Discover Arbonne. And of course, that as well in the nutrition. We did our Glow Girl event a couple weeks ago. We did a healthy happy hour at Sarah's with Keith Kochner. Amazing. And then the last thing to mark on your calendar is Wednesday, January 23rd, this upcoming Wednesday. Jerry Rosenthal and Keith Kochner are coming to town to Costa Mesa. So if you are within driving distance from Costa Mesa, you want to get your ticket and get your booty there, because it is life-changing. I mean, raise your hand if this training, if Jerry or Keith has changed your life from his training, right? We got a special call with the managers with Jerry Rosenthal the other day, and you guys, these trainers are just incredible. So you don't want to miss that. And then the last thing I want to pass over to Sarah is she's going to chat about our charity, and then we'll go ahead and do our top sponsors and districts right after that.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Just to quickly piggyback on what Ruth said about the experiences, this Tuesday is Drinks and Dreams at Oak and Elixir. So this is more of a Discover Arbonne in a very casual, really fun experience way where VPs are just going to be sharing their stories and also the Arbonne story. So this is going to be a really cool event to bring your prospects to. I just want to touch on that since it's Tuesday already, like holy cow. So our charity this month, super excited, is for Night to Shine. It is Tim Tebow's event that he puts on every year, and there are about 700 churches around the nation that are participating. North Coast Vista is participating it locally here in SoCal, and what this is a night for men and women 14 years and older with special needs, giving them a prom-like experience. And they really focus on making sure that they just feel the love of God and really have just such an amazing special time. So with this event, people have donated prom dresses, makeup artists and hairstylists have donated their time to pamper them and get them really nice and pretty. And then it's going to be a night of red carpet, limo rides, paparazzi, dancing, food, just a ton of fun for them. And our team, what we are doing to help out with this is we are sponsoring by giving them little shine bags. So there's expected to be about 100 women, again, starting from ages 14 and up. And we are giving them little shine bags of mascara and lip gloss. And what we are asking for is all we need are 17 consultants to commit to finding 6 sponsors of the shine bags. You may have seen them on the team page, the little image. It's only $40 per shine bag, and what that bag includes is a mascara and a lip gloss. So the makeup artist will be able to apply it for them, and then they'll get to take it home in this cute little bag to have their own little personal makeup so they can feel and look great every day, and it be safe for them. So either if you want to commit to finding 6 sponsors of $40 each, or if you want to commit yourself to sponsoring 6, it's $259 QV with our consultant build your own package, the $125 for $30. So I can show you how to put that in your bag. But I have a few people that have committed to their 6 already, but we still definitely need more commitments. So if you wouldn't mind texting me or messaging me or posting on the team page, I'm committed to 6. However you slice it, whether or not you find the 6 or you commit to doing the 6 yourself. But I don't want to take the money from you because I want you guys to get the QV for it. So run it under your number. If you're not local to SoCal, then you can have it shipped to my address. We just need it by February 8th, before February 8th. That's the night of the event. So it needs to be ordered by the end of the month, and we need to get it within the first few days. So with that, I am going to hand it back over to, I'm not sure who's going next, Christy or Ruth, with the announcements on the team members.
Yay, this is so rad. Thank you so much. I'm super excited for this event, you guys. So be sure that you connect with Sarah on it. Christy, if you'll go ahead and share your top sponsoring, and then I will do mine, and we will go right into pass it to our guest trainer.
Woohoo! I love it. Good morning, everybody. I'm so excited for Michelle today, but really quick, I'm going to shout out the top sponsors, individual sponsors, and the top districts. And you guys, there is some major little happy competition going on with these newbies. These newbies are kicking butt, you guys. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So let me pull that up really fast. Super excited about you guys. And this is something that every single week you can actually become the top as well. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I want to be called, you absolutely can. Okay, so in wildcard region, so my region, not Ruth's region, my region, we have Sarah Clark for the top sponsor. Look at you, girl, kicking butt. Miss Abby Madison, amazing job as second. Miss Abby Valdez, you're third. Look at you. She's been in Arbonne like 3 weeks. We have Eric, who's kicking butt always in Florida. Amazing job, Eric. And Miss Sheila, who is back rocking and rolling. So you guys are the top 5. So congratulations to you. And then the top districts, you guys, you're going to have to kick butt to meet my district. My district's a monster, I have to just say. I got the top district, but you know what? Not for long. It's all good. You're all going to get there. Miss Jillian, though, you're like you're riding up there. You're getting close, girl. So she's second. Miss Lori, you're third. Miss Sarah Clark and Miss Marissa, you guys are kicking butt. So all your districts are on fire. But you know what? I'm going to continue and do a little bit more of a shout out, because not only did all of you guys hit your maintenance before mid-month, but so did Jennifer Pileski, so did Sarah Miller, so did Eric Velez, so did Abby Madison, and Sheila Clark is really close. So you guys all have hit your maintenance for mid-month and on your way to hitting bonus. Some of you are actually like close to bonusing right now. So congratulations to all of you guys. And I'm going to send it over to Miss Ruth. Oh, Ruthie, we can't hear you.
What? There we are.
There you are.
You guys, this is so awesome. Don't you just love this shout out this time? I love it. So for the Joy region, and our top sponsoring is Miss Regina Sherlock. Congratulations. You are #1 this week for top sponsoring. My mom, yay. Heidi, you are in second place. Congratulations on rocking it. And Sarah Thompson Raymond, third place. Congrats. You guys are just popping. And Natasha Olivas, congrats. And she's #4. And then #5 is Carla Bice for top sponsoring. Congratulations, you guys, for growing your personal business and continuing to sponsoring. We know that that is the lifeblood of this business. And for top central districts, I'm in the first place spot, but definitely going to be coming up on Natasha's coming up real hot, right? At second place. Congratulations. She has the second top central district. Regina Sherlock is in third. Super proud of you. Sarah Thompson Raymond is at the 4th spot, and Carla Bice, congratulations on you guys being our top 5 for central district. So continuing to, again, grow that personal business of yours within your central district. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and announce our trainer, because I want her to have as much time as possible. We have Miss Michelle Schriver on the line. She is awesome, you guys. I had the privilege of meeting her. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how long ago, probably at Impact Training. She lives in Ladera Ranch. She's married. She has a 7-year-old little boy. That blows my mind, because I think he was 2 when I first met her. And I got to pick up products from your house or something like that. And got to meet you a little bit more, and your son. And she is a full-time attorney. She works for the Department of Homeland Security, TSA. She earned RVP to B. She finished region, you guys, in 2 months, and she did it 4 days early. So she's going to share her journey with you. She started Arbonne using the products while she was in cancer treatment in 2013. And January 20th coming up is her 6-year anniversary. So I can't wait to hear, Michelle, of what that switch was for you, and you just decided and went for region, got to work, and you did it, and you did it early, extra early.
Yay. Thank you so much, Ruth. Hi, everybody. I am really, really excited to share with you all my journey, because I hope that it will inspire somebody, hopefully a lot of you, to stay the course and not give up, because my journey isn't one that I shot to RVP in 3 months. But, we all have our story. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of tell you my story and some tips along the way when I made my shifts, and some ahas, as well as kind of summarize the 3 main things that I think everyone needs to focus on. And so I'll end with that. So just give you a little bit more background about myself. Like Ruth said, I am a mom, and I am a full-time attorney with the department. And I've always been. So I built my Arbonne business alongside my full-time career and being a mom. But when I so I was 40 when I became pregnant. Actually, I had IVF, so it was, I had an infertility struggle. And when I was about 6.5 months pregnant, I was diagnosed with stage 3B melanoma, and given at the time a 50-50 chance to make 5 years. So I had to actually deliver early and start 3 years of what's called pegylated interferon treatment. So it was during this time of treatment. So I delivered in August, and I started my treatment in July, and I and I went back to work in January, you know, in treatment with a baby. And, you know, it kind of started hitting me like, oh my gosh, what is this life hamster wheel that I'm on? You know, and I can't be home with my child. And I'm really, you know, I'm in cancer treatment. So it was pretty rough. And so that a year passed, and I had like every symptom that you could imagine. You know, I had hair loss, I had neuropathy, I had severe fatigue. I had to like nap every day after work and on weekends for several hours. And I had head to toe psoriasis. I was just a hot mess. But that was my life, and that's the only thing I knew. So I, you know, and I was just going along. And then in January of 2013, I saw on Facebook this woman who I did not know. She posted in a group about a healthy living party that she was having. She was a pampered chef consultant, and it was a joint healthy living with Arbonne. And so I didn't know anybody. I literally showed up at this woman's door. I don't know if it was godsend or I just needed that spatula, but whatever it was, I just knocked on that door, and there I met Shay Hershag. And so I think most of you might know who Shay Hershag is. She was at that time a brand new area manager. She started like the previous July, and she had promoted by that January. And so she started her presentation, and I just, it's so funny. There was a woman next to me who just kept on talking about the Lip Saver lip balm. So probably some of you don't even know that, but I was like, I just need to get this Lip Saver lip balm. She just could not stop talking about it. But anyway, so Shay started talking about chemicals and toxins and products, and back then we did mostly, you know, skincare, and I was just kind of like skeptical because my oncologist never talked to me about what I put on or in my body. My dermatologist had prescribed like 9 months worth of different steroidal creams. Nothing helped my psoriasis. And it just made me kind of scratch my head. And then there was a Pamper Chef party, and I got my spatula. So I left that party with not buying any Arbonne product. And in fact, we had customer care forms back then that said, you know, are you interested in a coffee date? Do you want to learn more about the business? Are you interested in hosting? I was no, no, no. I was a hard no on each one of them because I didn't know anything about it. I had my, you know, my life, and that was it, right? But Shay was persistent. We had made a connection. She had contacted me a couple days later and said, "Can I leave you a drop kit to try our skincare? I think you'd love it." And I was like, "Sure, I'll try it." And so she left the drop kit, and I didn't see her. She left it, and then she picked it up 5 days later, and I wanted that skincare set. I loved it. I was like, that was so good. So I actually went on and signed myself up as a consultant because I wanted the deepest discount because I'm Dutch. If you know anything about Dutch people, they're notoriously cheap. So I just wanted to get the best discount possible. And she called me up and she's like, "Do you know what you just did?" I'm like, "Yeah, I signed up. Wanted the discount. I like the product. I ordered it." She's like, "Oh my gosh." So my tip number one is never let someone who tells you no and do you think may not need the product or the business discourage you, because you know, had Shay not followed up with me, had not left me that product, and then what she did is she like included me in all her consultant correspondence and then invited me to the VAs, and I went. And so it was like, had she thought, here's a woman who is an attorney, she doesn't need the business, maybe she'll be a product user, whatever it is, had she stopped, you know, I don't know if I would have been on this journey. And I'm so thankful to this day that she didn't and she persisted. So that's like my big tip number one. Don't let a hard no stop your progress, right? Or discourage you from your journey. So I actually started going to some of the meetings, and I then also tried the healthy living set. So I did the 30 days the way it was back in 2013, and I had phenomenal results. I felt better than I had in my year and a half in treatment. My skin, in 2 months, my skin condition completely went away. I had energy. I felt good. I looked good. My husband's like, "I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it." My friends like saw the difference, and they wanted to do what I was doing. And so I was like, this stuff is amazing. And then that's when I really started digging in and learning about the product. And I started going to meetings. And then I saw like these women and men who thought out of the box. And it really kind of made me start thinking. And I decided to go to GTC that year. So that was, again, GTC 2013. I went as a consultant and I left as a district. And it was, I don't even know how I did it. I mean, quite frankly, I just remember the girls running up, hey, you're a district. But I was like a product user. My friends loved the product because I told them all about it. And that's, that's the beginning of my journey. So, what I did at the time is that I just kept, kind of, I don't want to say selling product, but sharing product. And people bought from me because I was a product of the product. They knew how much I loved it. They saw the enthusiasm I had for it. But I wasn't in that business mindset yet. And, part of that was my circumstance in life. And because I was still deep in my treatment, I was back to work. And while I had seen the amazing, like changes that these women, they, all from all different walks of how they just, embraced Arbonne and went to the top. At that point in time, I didn't see it for me because all I could see at the time was my own existence, right? I needed to survive. And that was my focus, was my health. But I loved the product and I kept sharing it. So, kind of fast forward, what kind of keeps you in the game, right? Because there's a kind of couple of things that I learned along the way that really impacted me. And one thing is, I know because I was 3 years, I was a district before I promoted, and I actually promoted the same month of my 3-year anniversary. And so that, I think a lot of people are like, well, I can't see 3 years down the line, but I plugged in. I went to every training, every event. I built my beliefs. I believed in it, but I didn't at that point really see it for myself because of what I had to go through. But Shay and the team still loved on me, and that's another important tip. Love your people where they're at. It might not be their timing, but they could be your next rock star, just kind of cooking in that, in the pot, ready to pop at one moment. And that was kind of me. It wasn't my time, but I was learning, I was growing, and I was building my belief. And then so my treatment ended, and I got my act together, and then I was like, I am done being a district manager, because I was like, I'm going almost. I was at that point, so it was in September of, I think it was September of 2015. That's when I made the decision. I said, okay, I'm done being a district. I get it. In order to grow my business, I need a sponsor. Instead of started talking about the product, I was, like I said, I was a product user, I was a product seller. But that wasn't going to give me the exponential growth that I needed in my business to go to the next level. So I started sponsoring. And so September 2015, I made the decision to go district. I went into to go area. I went into qualification in December, and I finished in January. And I had a district actually at the time too, who I promoted. So that was like the kind of the turning point. Now I was in area, and I was like, okay, this is fun. There's a little extra money involved. It was kind of exciting. And then I kind of got comfortable a little bit at area because that was my next move. But I just, again, never stopped plugging in and believing, because there's a statistic in Arbonne that is like, if you're in Arbonne for 10 years, that there's like a 96% chance you'll be a national vice president. I was like, hey, I got 10 years. At this point I had made my 5-year mark with my cancer treatment, and I was feeling better. But I also had to really work on myself, because there are things that we all have, the head trash and all that good stuff. And for me, the cancer treatment really took a lot of my, I was able before, like, to just, I had a photogenic memory. I could remember everything. And I really struggled after the treatment with my memory and my confidence and my ability to lead. And, that's, again, more of your own self-development and working on yourself that I really needed to focus and grow on. So, and then it was, in July of 2018, I was going halfway to region, like every month, every month, every month. It was kind of getting a little ridiculous. And then in July of 18, I was, getting the recognition at the home office meeting for going halfway. And Hillary Corcoran, who maybe you guys know, she's the MVP. She's like, so Michelle, when are you gonna go in front of everybody? When are you gonna go RVP qual? She put me on the spot, and I was like, October 2018. Just threw it out there. I had no idea how I was gonna do it. I just put that date out in the universe, and so that was in July. And in August, I didn't even go halfway. I was like, oh my word, what have I go see Hillary next month, and she's gonna, if you know Hillary, she will just like be on you, like, so what'd you do? What are you doing? And so I was like, I can't go back and not go go region qual. So I built myself back up. I started sponsoring, and I went halfway again in September. In October, I went into region qual, and I finished November, like Ruth said, 4 days early. And so it's just like in that time, I really started also employing all these techniques that we learn about and our leaders teach us about vision and making affirmations and putting it on the wall and putting it everywhere. I started doing that. I'm like, I'm a analytical, critical thinker. This is not in my intuitive way that I as a lawyer and as all this kinds of stuff. I was like, I didn't grow up that way. I didn't learn it. I didn't learn that. I learned it all in Arbonne. And so I'm putting numbers on my refrigerator. I'm putting vision stickers everywhere, and I'm doing a vision for it, and I'm talking to people. And I remember at a in an October presentation that I was at for one of the girls' launches. When somebody asked me, like, what are you? I'm like, I'm a region in qualification. I wasn't even a region in qualification, but I spoke it and I believed it. And that belief just kind of like seeped out and changed my business. And so these are the kind of the tips that I want to give you that I think are so important for everybody. And I really love training on this. And so you have to have belief, right? Because this is a business that's won or lost in your mind. I'm sure you've heard that before. And and maybe you don't think, and I go, man, I kind of didn't think I needed a lot of personal development going into this. I thought I was rather developed, but it didn't. I realized how much I didn't had developed my own personal belief in myself and other different things. So the first thing you need to develop your belief is in the industry. So, and then because when I started shifting my business, I started introducing myself as a professional network marketing, a network marketing professional, right? Then lawyer. I was an Arbonne consultant, then a lawyer. And that kind of changed. I learned everything I could about the industry of network marketing, of multi-level marketing. So when people challenge you on it, or if they kind of give you that sneer or anything like that, not only do you have the confidence to respond to that, your presence and how you respond to that will cause people to go, oh, well, she knows what she's doing. She's smart. She got it, right? Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. So you have to understand it. You have to study the business, and you have to embrace it, right? And I just remember Donna Johnson going, she leads at these, network marketing conventions, and she leads that she's a network marketer. And I'm like, that's who I want to be. I want to be Donna Johnson, comfortable in my skin as an Arbonne consultant and a network marketing professional. So that's number one. Number two, you have to develop your belief in Arbonne, in the company, their vision, their values, their credibility, their products, right? Their leadership. So that you understand the culture of Arbonne, you understand the history of Arbonne, you understand the leadership of Arbonne, and then you have this belief in the products and the leadership, those two things. Because when sometimes people challenge us on ingredients and products or whatnot, instead of backing off, you kind of you go for it and go, yeah, that's, our protein powder is second to none. It has all these things in it. And if somebody that, now we don't have the maltodextrin, but if somebody challenges you on maltodextrin, I have a response, right? Be prepared, be like on top of it, because that way nobody like, if you are confident in when you talk about your product and your company, when I talk about Arbonne, the company, I talk about how it's so, not only its long history, but how it always does the best for the consultant and the consumer. That is a company full of integrity. I speak it, I live it, I breathe it, right? And that also, when I say live it, you have to keep that culture of the company. There's been times when people have come to me and I refer them back to the consultant that initially talked to them about the company. You have to have that good, like, that keeps it going for generation to generation and from consultant to consultant. Keep that integrity, because then people know that this is a different company with a different caliber of women and men working for it. So, so important. And so the other thing you really need to work on with belief is in yourself. I mean, ultimately, we all know where some of our like shortcomings are, or things we need to work on. I kind of figured out mine. I didn't know I had so many. So, that was part of like the process. It's like, reading books. I went into the section of Barnes and Noble that I never went into before, right? I'm like, look at all these help books, right? And like, dive in, embrace the process. Because if you work on yourself every day, right, you can just like not only build the belief in the company and in the profession, but in yourself. And when you have that, like, belief in yourself, doors open, things change, you walk differently, you like meet people differently, because when they say no, it's not a no to you, it's something no that they don't understand. They are saying no to either themselves because they don't believe in themselves. They're saying no because they maybe not have the mental, whatever it is, but it's not you. And once you get that through your mind, that it's not you that people are rejecting, that is liberating. It's really liberating. So, I started reading books. I started listening to SoundClouds every single day. It was non-negotiable. If I knew that if I wanted to do the business that Shay does, that Donna Johnson does, that all these top leaders in the company does, I have to do what they do. I have to walk the walk and talk the talk. And so that's what I started to do. And I understood now, based on being at my different levels, that selling product is great. Selling product should be a byproduct of sponsoring, right? And because this is ultimately a numbers game. It really, truly is. When you have enough numbers of people working, it will then push you to the next level, and then to the next level, and then to the next level. And then you need to like visualize it, is that it's going to happen. It's going to happen for you. So, it didn't happen, like I said, for me to like 3 months to RVP, but that's okay, because my journey, I would not change my journey in Arbonne for anything in the world. I love being an Arbonne consultant. I love the people I meet. I love my sidelines, my team, these wonderful women the women in my organization are all people I did not know before Arbonne. My best friend, she's a great product user, but she's not a consultant, right? And so, but I have made these amazing friendships along the way and have grown so much. And what's most important for me is that I can now translate this growth that I've had in my mindset, and just in my person and in my business, to my child, who is now 7. Right. So when I started Arbonne, he wasn't talking. And now he nags me like, so back in August, he asked me, he's like, Mama, because I had him in a full car seat, the full one. He wanted to be in a booster seat super bad. So I said, well, he's like, when can I have my booster seat? I'm like, okay, when I get my white Mercedes. Talk about motivation, all behind me. When am I going to get my booster seat? When am I going to get my booster seat? When is it going to happen? Right? And he's like, are you going to go to a meeting tonight? Are you going to do something for your business? I mean, the biggest nag, it could be the little person behind you. But what's amazing about it is that he is watching me all the time, and he sees how I'm working my business alongside, my day job. He's like, so when are you going to leave that day job? And I said, when I become a national vice president, I'm leaving my day job. And he's like, okay, what do you need to do? I mean, it's a 7.5-year-old, so it's amazing. And so incorporating and engaging your family in it is so important. And so I also want to add, like, just the value of this business, and during times when you don't expect it. We all hear about preparing for impact, right? That there's something going to happen. So I know I had I obviously had my disease, right? And so something that a 40-year-old never expects to be given a 50-50 chance to make 5 years. I was always healthy. I never thought about a plan B, legacy, anything like that. But then also right now, I'm actually furloughed. But I'm working because I'm a federal government employee. So we're, the furlough's happening right now. I'm exempt, meaning I actually have to work during this furlough, which actually stinks. I really wish I could be working on my business full time. But the message is, I am actually getting my Arbonne paychecks while my government paychecks are not coming in. So, this is a business that can not only change your life with your just own development, but your financial life and your family's life. And it's so, so important that you stay the course, that the only way you don't get to the top is if you quit. And so, like I said, my journey wasn't, I went my anniversary is tomorrow. My 6-year Arbonne anniversary starting new as a shopping consultant, now an RVP, is tomorrow, and I wouldn't change a day of that. And so, hopefully I can be back on your call within a year as a national vice president, because now that I got the formula down and I'm sharing it with you, sponsor, and work on your mindset, you guys can go anywhere. So with this business, as long as you believe in yourself, the company, and the product. So I think that summarizes my talk. So I'll throw it back to you, Christy and Ruth.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. And I don't know, do you want us to be like your son and just be like, Michelle, E-Nation, are you Nation yet? We're waiting for you to get on our call. Hey, can you do our call again? That's amazing. I love, it reminds me, I'm sure you were on the Keith Kochner thing the other night. He talked about fear, and how we break through that even more is by being educated and educating ourselves. You talked about being educated on the business and on the product, all those things. Like, you took that responsibility on yourself. You didn't wait for someone else to teach you these things, or, you took responsibility for your own growth. And you can see, like, fear's gone, like, as far as sponsoring and putting yourself out there, I love that, because we don't become this magical leader and then we're like, oh, now I'm ready to go region, right? You become that leader as you grow through the business and as you promote from day one. So things like meetings and Zooms and books, personal development, like, you poured yourself into that, and it's so evident. Like, just seeing the shift in you is beautiful. So thank you so much. I'm amazed at how much you have gone through and pushed through. Like, I can't even imagine. But your heart is just so precious, and thank you for pouring into us today and sharing it with us. Again, we're ready. We're ready for you to go Nation, and we'll all see you in Maui next year. So thank you so much for jumping on. Appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful Saturday. Rock out the rest of this month. We're a little over halfway through, and there's just so much time to make this happen. You want to go region and finish 4 days early, right? So you guys, with that, love you. We'll see you next week. We're going to sign off.